We can start?
Yeah,
From where? What topic?
yeah. Now you talk about South Africa
Yes.
and Rambosa. He is the president. He is running for the next time. So May is the election. Okay. So
Okay.
what is
President Cyril and who else?
and Professor Halima
Yes.
from Minara Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
she is our vice chancellor for the European Digital University in South Africa.
Yes, yes, yes.
So she is bringing all the universities, schools and colleges of South Africa for the World Meta Summit. So
Excellent.
they want to make South Africa the blockchain and crypto capital of Africa.
Very good, very good. Sure.
Educating all the children, all the people about the fundamentals of blockchain, cryptocurrencies and metaverse. So let me know your views about the what wishes you want to give to the president of South Africa and Professor Halima.
The rise of Africa. Okay. The surprise rise of Africa cannot be possible without a hybrid of classic assets and digital assets together. The modeling is the matter. Without the modeling, no real growth will happen. And the modeling is converge, merge, integrate, aggregate, monetize, capitalize, digitalize, multiply and distribute. The whole key is the embedded benevolence distribution through the blockchain, so that the wealth of the nation is merged and rise and turned into digitalization, and all the underlying assets are actually, we can say, given a logging and also inventory taking, and therefore accurately represent what is in the ground. Without mining and without industry, it can be monetized. This
What
is the
message you want to give to the president of South Africa?
Yeah.
How he can transform South Africa, the blockchain capital of Africa.
Before that is the mentality change. Africa is the source. Africa does not need any foreign aid. Africa is the creator and generator of wealth and then distribution. And therefore, it is through what we call the dormant assets need to be logged, inventory taken, and therefore become financial papers and cashed fast before we go through mining and before we go through industrialization, so that it is faster building the wealth of the nations. That's why we need to do resource banks, mineral resource bank, agricultural resource bank, water resource bank, and put all of those real underlying assets into the blockchain, so that the blockchain can make a real proven reserves that can be accepted by the banks and therefore floated in the financial markets of both, we can say, classical stock exchanges, also mercantile stock exchanges, as well as the crypto exchanges in 20 countries, including South Africa itself, so that the wealth of the nation is created by the people and distributed to the people.
Okay, now he is heading for the next presidential election. Okay, what manifestation he has to give to the people? What kind of manifestation?
In 2 years, South Africa would have a $1 trillion economy
Okay,
if they implement our program. And under 10 years, South Africa will have a $5 trillion economy.
wonderful.
The same way that I created $19 trillion economy out of only 200 billion. The same we can do for the whole of Africa through South Africa as its leadership. But between South Africa and Nigeria, there should be healthy competition. Who will make the first $1 trillion economy?
Okay, wonderful. Do you think all the children in this world should be equipped with the crypto wallet? Do you think that the world is changed? The children of today are not like children of yesterday.
More
A
than that.
10-year-old child can do wonders with the modern technologies.
Yes.
So
First
do
of
you think
all-
that all the children in this world, especially African children, they want to have a crypto wallet?
First of all, the whole world economy, 100% of it will be digitalized.
Yeah.
That means a hybrid between real assets and real values, and also hyper-realistic, what we call 3D visualization of all of those. It's called the twinning of the planet. That means any value created, physical and also mental and also spiritual, will have numeric valuation and therefore will become digital. Therefore, the sooner a nation, especially its children, future generations, they become digital savvy and also tech savvy, and make the tech easier for them to digest and to implement. And therefore, just like how China leapfrogged forward and surpassed other nations and telecom and on anything to do with digital banking, Africa must run faster and be ahead of all other continents. And it is very doable in one, not just generation, in one decade. Beyond Africa, now India and Africa must rise together. That's why President Cyril did a great job. And India, Prime Minister Modi invited the whole of Africa to be part of the BRICS, which is very correct. And India, Africa, for that matter, China, Russia, US, let all enter Africa. We create proxy peace. Proxy peace for joint ventures, the melting pot of all the nations back to the mother continent. And the mother continent will become neutral zones for all humanity to create economy, commerce, and also inventions, and the real Wakanda will happen. And all of this, we are fully behind it, and we can say the trajectory has already been set. When in the London at Queen Elizabeth Hall in November 2022, I announced the #1 economy and finance engine of the world is Africa. #2, India. Both of them will rise. No more America or China. We are not against them. We love them. We welcome them. But the growth of the economy of finance and economy will be first Africa for the next 10 years, 1 decade, and then India. But they both have to rise together. Beyond that is Latin America. The whole of Latin America also will be on the fast track. We call it the surprise rise of Latin America.
Okay, great.
Okay. But Africa now must become the leader, not the follower. Africa is not third world class citizen, not even second world class citizen. Africa is first world class citizen within a decade. That's why in Kamba, Papa Simon Kimbangu and all his order, Papa Simon Kimbangu Kiangani, and all his order, that is the special envoy, and they all have joined this movement and they're leading. They have been leading this movement before we even appeared. So the prophecies converged. Now, Mama Gracia, the wife of Nelson Mandela, is within our movement. President John Mahama, okay, all the South African countries, Chikavera, and also even Zimbabwe, Mnangagwa in 2017. He came in a peaceful transition of power. We were very much heavily involved. But most important is that not only the southern region, not only the central region, but also the West Africa. When I brought Prime Minister Shugo to Dubai, and we created a 300-person conference where I gave the 17 minutes keynote speech. So the trajectory of the changes in Africa is spreading. When in Ghana, in the floor of the parliament, they read the Future Trends Africa Manifesto. You can say the trajectory changed. And when Papa Simon Kimbangu from far recognized this movement as the fulfillment of the prophecies of his great grandfather, the grandfather who is great. And then this was another trajectory game changer. Now the whole of the African nations are joining. The president of also Uganda, our dearest Excellency Museveni, he is also with his special envoys are now, I mean, not himself, but the special envoy is in Dubai and came to our event. I invited them. So anyway, our German delegation is here. Our Latin American person and media personality is